Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is probably the only possible series that I could ever do sleep deprived and straight out of a final exam. So yeah, I just had an exam. I've been awake for over 24 hours and I absolutely crushed my fucking exam. Anyways, if you like this type of video, or if you like anything like this, please do not forget to subscribe. And yeah, so we're launching a vehicle today. It is totally a weather satellite. No other possible thing it could be. We launched it on a reusable rocket, which is the 7 mile rocket. 7 Mile 1 to be exact. Here it is landing. Yeah. Payload location classified. Look at that beautiful landing. Perfect. Oh, and you saw my desktop for a very small snippet there. Alright, here's the Bellona. This is our Mars landing craft. It's actually moving to another location. Yeah. It's gonna land on another location on Duna, our beautiful red neighbor to the, I almost said north, to the outer shell of the solar system. Here it is, trying to get some science from a different biome, and we skip to a couple days later, and here we are doing some flag planting because we needed that for a contract. Why do I have a weird southern accent right now? Alright, never mind that. Yeah, so now it is returning to the Ares 1 vehicle, where it will dock up, transfer all the science, and remain in orbit for the next year or so. I don't remember. I'm too tired to even bother to check that right now. Yeah. As we get further up in the atmosphere here, or not further up in the atmosphere, further into space, I launch at full capacity or whatever, full force, and here we are about to disconnect those 4 side booster thingies, which got us all the way to orbit. I did not think it would get us all the way to orbit. Actually, very impressive. But I need to turn down for what? Yeah, so we're reaching Ares 1. It'll be on our first encounter here, and we'll be doing the very simple task of docking. Yeah. I did not realize that this, well, yeah, of course, it would take 2 hours. That would, because they didn't line up perfectly. So yeah, they took 2 hours to match up. And yeah. Now it's coming in for a true encounter. And there it is. Did you see how long that lag spike was there? Killed me when I was in the game. Because everything you see here is 5 times. It's 5 times longer when I was playing the game, so it was annoying. But anyway, here's the rocket coming in, or the Ares 1 vehicle right ahead of us, and we have to dock to the nose of the vehicle where our research vessel will interact. And I found out something very disturbing, that I have no way of transmitting the data back. So I have figured out how to fix this problem. When I bring the Ares 1 back, it'll be It'll come back into orbit. I'll do a slight aerobrake, which will allow me to probably get enough, like, you know what it's called? It'll probably allow me to do that. This is an exact science. It should be, but, you know, at, whatever the fuck aerospace, we wing it, like, 90% of the time. This ain't loud aerospace. This is wing it aerospace. Yeah. Anyway, that's basically what we're going to do. We're gonna wing it with all that science on board. Yeah. Anyway, here's Jupiter 1. It's our first Julian probe, and this thing, the launch vehicle was on. It was just custom for this, but man, it screamed off the pad so fucking fast, so absolutely fucking fast. And even in even doing its orbital injection burn, it was still ridiculously fast. Yeah, and on top of that, incredibly inefficient, but who cares? We're rich now. This space program is practically rich now. The reusable rockets, they're like, with like a full kitted out payload, it is 20k to launch. 20k. And half the time I'm making like 100k on each one of these things, so I'm only like losing like, well, actually they pay me to take the contract, so I'm not even losing money. I'm just gaining money at this point. Yeah. So yeah, there was a circularization burn there, but we will redirect towards Joule. Okay, someone is honking like crazy outside my window. What the fuck is honking so much? It's the fucking UPS guy. Fucking UPS guy's honking like crazy. Yeah. Do you guys hear that? He just keeps honking. If anyone knows, please explain why he keeps honking. Anyway, here we are doing our, basically our, translation burn to Joule? Yeah. It's a translation burn to Joule. And, yeah. It gets there almost. Well, actually, it does get to Joule Sphere of Influence. I just need it to get a Tylo encounter, so I set up that for the future. Yeah, so this is the KS1. It's a big survey set. It'll basically tell us all the good things about the, well, about how Kerbin? Yeah, Kerbin. Basically, all of its biome data and all of that, except it has to be in a polar orbit, which you'll see how this changes some of the profile of the mission. It's going north. That's a big thing. We've never had to go north before. And we've never had our rocket actually land on land before. So you can see how this works when I tried to put on the automated landing system. Yeah, it just doesn't fire. It just did not fire. It just hit the ground full force. Yeah. So here we are. We deployed the top end of the satellite. It was already in its location. We just needed to switch to this and orbit it back down to the pad. But yeah. Anyway, if you stuck around this long, you get to hear me say that you've watched this long. I will literally be asleep in about 45 minutes, and from the time of this recording, and that should be about like 10 minutes after this is fully posted. Yeah, I'm posting this at like 10:30 at the latest. So yeah, good chance that in 10 minutes after this is posted, I will be asleep. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. Peace out.